I found out about chemotherapia through a lot of research, which was very involved. It took a long time. There's so much to learn about this disease. My husband and I worked diligently to find out about the various clinics that were available, because the options, I come from Canada, near Toronto actually, and the options for my type of cancer, because it's a very rare cancer, there was not a lot of information. And anyway, the oncologist that I had at home was treating me basically for ovarian cancer. It seems to be most closely linked to my type of cancer, which is peritoneal cancer. And so anyway, I purchased a book from Dr. Moss on ovarian cancer. And it's a wealth of information. I highly recommend it for any patient, just because it gives you so much background into what you can do for yourself outside of what the treatments are that are available from the standard of care that you would get, say, in Canada, the United States, the UK. Our systems are very much alike that way. And our doctors are really only allowed to provide what's called the standard of care. My treatment was going to be very intense, 4 rounds of chemo, followed by a very long and difficult surgery, anywhere from 10 to 14 hours of surgery, and 3 more rounds of chemo. And the prognosis after all of that was dubious at best. So I did not have a lot of confidence in going through all of that with a not particularly great outcome to look forward to. So it was very important that we do our research and understand what our options were. The supplements, the foods, the herbs, are products that are used around the world and have proven to have quite good results, some better than others, of course. So you have to decide for yourself what speaks to you. And so there were many supplements and treatments that I felt would be beneficial to me. And from there, understanding what clinics would provide those treatments. It became quite clear to me that chemotherapia offered so many options that I felt would benefit me in my case. So it was very important. When you read the website about chemotherapia, you will understand where the doctors have come from, what their training is, what their goals are here, and how passionate they are about what they do. It's actually an amazing clinic. The facility here is brand new. I came in September, and I believe they had only just moved into this facility about 2 weeks before I arrived. So it's a lovely, bright, cheery place to come to. Cheery in terms of just the environment as well as the staff. You're greeted with a smile every day you walk in, and you feel less stressed. You feel very well taken care of from the moment you walk in the door, really. So anyway, that decision to come to chemotherapy after talking to Dr. Slocum and getting a few more questions out, he speaks excellent English, so that helped tremendously, and put any concerns aside about how would I converse, with the people here in Turkey. A lot of English is spoken. You will find that. So having Google Translate is probably a little bit helpful when you're out and about in the neighborhood, but certainly in the clinic, everyone here speaks enough English that it's not a concern. Other things that you would like to know about the clinic here is the neighborhood. There are businesses, restaurants, cafes, and a lot of medical clinics in this area. It's very safe for walking, and there's lots to see and do when you have some time off. In the beginning, you may find that you have several days off and you will feel reasonably well, and you'll want to get out away from whatever accommodation you have, whether it's an apartment or a hotel or whatever. You can get out and walk and enjoy the shops and restaurants and all of that and feel very comfortable. We chose Chimioterapia will actually help you with any of the questions that you have about coming to Turkey and staying in the area, and sharing with you, what other patients have done, where they have stayed. It's very helpful that they can make whatever arrangements you need. Some people are much more stricken with their disease than I was when I arrived. I had only experienced 2 rounds of chemo with about 2 months off before arriving in Istanbul. So my body was not terribly weakened when I did get here. I was not a well person, and I did have stage 4 cancer, but I know that some people are very much in a weakened position when they arrived, and they're not prepared to make the travel arrangements and accommodations and all of that. So the people here, it's all arranged. They'll pick you up at the airport. They'll drive you to whatever appointments you require, and they'll pick you up from where you're staying and bring you to the clinic every day and take you home if need be. It's nice to be able to get out and walk, but if you can't, it's not a problem. So feel very reassured that whatever your needs are, you're taken very well care of here. When I first decided to come to Turkey, of course, you have to tell your friends, your family, and back home, we don't know much about this place at all. So it's, you're going to probably meet up with a little bit of resistance. People will ask a lot of questions. Share your research, give them whatever information you've come across. My family was very good. After a while, they realized I had done my research, and the decision was ultimately up to me anyway. And they became very supportive. I think the very good news that I can happy to share is that in less than 3 months, I went into remission. I did not expect to go into remission so fast, if at all. I had no idea what to expect. And of course, not everyone is going to have the same results, but it is possible. And having experienced that, I think people need to know and be hopeful and not give up on yourself at all. Be very positive in your day-to-day approach to this disease. The doctors want the best for you, and they work very hard. They're very passionate about the care of every single patient. So be assured that you will get excellent individualized attention, and it's not something we're used to at home. It is so different from the kind of care that certainly we get back in Canada, where, yes, you may feel like a number. It's common in a big center, in big hospitals. But here you're in a much smaller facility, and they work very hard with each patient to make you feel comfortable. All the staff is very well trained in that regard, right down to the driver who takes you, out and about. Everyone is well trained. They have a smile to greet you, every day when you walk in, and they do their jobs very well. They're very efficient. Time is not wasted, standing around, lying around, waiting for the next treatment to happen. It's very organized, and yes, you will get the best of care possible. If you have any concerns, any questions about the treatments that are required, Dr. Slocum, if you need English or Turkish or whatever, he will explain every question, every answer in detail until you are satisfied that you understand the reasons for your treatment. I think when you understand what's required, you're more likely to comply and do your best. I think you have to come here as well as anywhere when you're taking on treatment, to give it your all. Do your very best to follow all the directions in every detail, and then you can hope for the best outcome. And that's what I did. I made a point of it, and fortunately it produced the best results for me. And like I said, I was in remission after just under 3 months. I went back home for Christmas and the New Year's holiday, and then came back. Chose to come back because it was a very quick response, and we wanted to really ensure that my body in particular could continue to build up its defenses, build my immune system, and give it every possible chance to stay strong and continue to understand, what all the necessary things would be going forward to stay in remission. And of course, as a cancer patient, you know that there are risks, and so give yourself the best possible opportunity to have that outcome. So I think basically in summary, yes, do your homework. It's very, very important, and I recommend Dr. Moss's books, whatever type of cancer you have, whether it's lung cancer, bladder cancer, whatever. You will not be treated as though all lung patients get the same treatment, lung cancer patients, all bladder cancer patients, whatever, will get the same treatment. It's very individualized. Your body is not the same as the next person's, and you will not respond the same as the next person. Just come with an open mind, do your best, work hard, know that the treatments are hard, but they're worth it. And it is, for me, it has been the best possible choice for getting treatment, and I would do it all over again. So thank you for listening to my testimonial.